Ending Peugeot, hello everyone. Welcome to another Get Ready with me for Zikwaadan, which I can now pronounce correctly. Language learning is awesome. It's okay to make mistakes while you're learning. Um, so I got this new wig, so I've already put it on. It's absolutely fabulous. I look so foolish and yet terrifying. So I'm gonna try and do a makeup look while using this headset. We'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that this really cute coif will catch all of the setting powder as it flies everywhere. Um, Thanks for coming out this Sunday night. I'm so excited because it's like a week away from the actual show. And I'm still working on my piece. So, it's crunch time for real. So, rather than wasting your time and mine, let me get into the base of all clouding, which is the white foundation. I mean, you could get experimental and do something else, I'm sure, but it's just such a classic move. What am I doing today? Am I doing something that I want to do for the show, or do I want to just fool around? I kind of just want to fool around. And if it's cool, maybe I'll incorporate it into the show. So, what's the show I'm talking about? Why? It's this giant poster that's like literally right beside me. Um, Zikwaadan is a clown drag show with a bunch of indigenous performers. I think they're like mostly Ojibwe, and then there's me. I'm Red River Métis, and my family moved here, I think after my mom was born, from like Winnipeg and stuff. Real Red River folk. A lot of my relatives still live out there. I've been trying to reconnect here and there with some of them, which is pretty cool. 'Cause a lot of them are artists too, which is really cool. A lot of artists in the family, and it's just cool to see what they're all up to. Actually, I got this book. My grandma sent me this book in the mail, and I was so excited because apparently her cousin had like a published poetry book, and my grandma was so excited that she sent me a copy. And so I was like, whoa. And then I started reading it and immediately started crying. And I was like, oh my God. And it's like, I don't know, it's really weird. I think growing up like away from your homeland and stuff, but I still have these like sporadic memories of like visiting family. And my grandma's cousin's writing just like talks a lot about like Winnipeg place names and places our family's from. So it was pretty emotional to read. And then I called my grandma up to talk about it after, and it was pretty fun. It's like being in a family book club, reading your family's work, so that's kind of cool. Classic red nose as ever, so I mean, I don't think I need it to be super vibrant or anything, so I don't need like a base coat of white or anything, because sometimes that can make a color pop and stuff. Um, Yeah, I don't think I can block out my brows either because I think they're like huge and awesome for this colonial look. Um, but I will do the forehead a bit, I think. This is like that meme where it's like imagine it's 1462 or whatever and this comes off the boat and it's just like that really like pasty white guy with this like same exact wig. Except it looks like way dirtier. And like weird powder on his cheeks. I feel like that's the vibe I want to go for. Except for silly, because that's what it is. Like, how silly is that? I think, like, the irony is never lost on me that the early colonials were trying to find a passage to India, and now so many, like, descendants are, like, super racist to Indians. It's so sad in Canada, because it's just, like, I don't know. I feel like considering the historical errors, they should just be, like, allowed. But this isn't my territory, so I'm not gonna say anything. It's not my choice to make. That being said, okay, I got super distracted. Uh, Zikwaadan, it's an awesome online show. It'll also be streaming on YouTube on this channel. Go check out the live section and follow it so that you can see when the show is happening. You might have seen posters around town or seen it online or some of the cool news articles that have been coming out in Turo Times and Anishinaabe Nation News. Yeah, we've been getting out there. We've been talking to people about this. We've been clocking queers openly in public to get the word out. Trying to be like strategic because I really don't want to like attract a bunch of haters for to this group of people. They're really sweet. Like as you can see, they're all very cute and very talented and aesthetic, and I'm just really excited to be working alongside them. And it's really cool doing an online show because it means that we can all be in super, super different places and all work together. Isn't that like hella so cool? Yeehaw. Okay, so I think I'm almost done with this white. It might not be perfect because normally you don't do this before you put the wig on, but y'all, this wig, I just couldn't keep my hands away. I was literally working on tech and mixing songs and doing all this other nonsense while wearing this wig because I insisted on putting it on like a half an hour ago. I don't know what's wrong with me. Um, and I'm not going to obsess about that because I'm just here to be a silly little guy and tell you about this cool show. So it's all um indigenous performers that are doing like clown drag. What a niche, niche, what a cool phenomenon. Um, Everyone's from Northern Ontario except for Frankie. But Frankie's really cool. They do a lot of shows in a lot of the bigger cities. They are known amongst the queerdos. Um, The rest of us, I feel like a lot of the people in this show actually get around quite a bit. Like when I think of Clairvoyant and I think of Olive Bogats, I think of some pretty active drag performers, which could be a total lie because I don't live in either of their communities, so I don't see it up close. I just see a lot of show posters, I see a lot of photography, I see a lot of cool content coming out of these people. So I'm really, really excited to do this online show. And, like, we've been talking a lot as, like, a drag team about how we're kind of paying homage to some of the people that put on online events during early lockdown. And just talking about how like there's no reason that we can't still be doing online events. Especially, I mean, like, love him or hate him. I can't say good things, but Musk and the what is it called, Starlink. Like a lot of my friends, I can actually talk to on the internet now, so that's like that's I kind of like that at least. I don't need to like the man to appreciate the technology, but yeah, and it's just like there might not be a lot going on in the community, and then there's all these like complicated dynamics, like whatever. I'm not gonna get into that, but like online shows are so fun. I remember going to this like super cool Two Spirit like dance party um in the middle of the lockdown. I was like living in the middle of the bush, so I didn't actually have like internet service. I just knew the date of when it was happening, so I actually had to like drive 20 minutes to this spot. It was just in the middle of nowhere next to like a train track or something, but I had enough service to like use my data to go to this freaking online party. And I was like, this is so cool. So much powder. I need to like try and embody like a really problematic like colonial. The problem is I feel like life has been super sweet with really nice people lately. So I haven't really been super inspired for characters like this. But that's just how awesome it is when you're self-employed. You kind of can choose your collaborators a bit more freely. paw paw. So, for all those drag and makeup newbies, this setting powder is just making sure that all this white foundation won't get picked up by like anything that I put on top of it, meaning that it won't gray anything out and it's gonna leave just a really nice base coat for me to do whatever on. And I'm a basic ass bitch, so a lot of my clown makeup is like pretty boring, honestly. But I think it's like juggling all the hats of like, there was a meme going around. It's like when you're an artist, you're like a producer, director, editor, like all these things. So, yeah, you can't be too hard on yourself when you got like six roles at the same time going on. Um, but yeah, I do a lot of management and I help people learn how to run events and do project management, which was the original kind of like what like spurred on this show. I got like setting powder all over the keyboard. I gotta clean this up right now. Um, but yeah, so basically, my friend Taylor came to me and was just like, I wanna start running my own shows and I'd love to learn. And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. Let's do what you're already doing, which is the niche world of clown drag. How cool is that? And it's not just an indigenous thing, believe it or not. There's plenty of non-indigenous people that do clown drag, although there's lots of mixed speculation about its origin. It's really interesting once you get deep into the clown community. I think I'm too much of a baby clown to talk about my feelings, especially like speaking of baby clown, I like misunderstood that term for like the longest time. So I just really don't feel like I'm an authority yet to like talk about those sorts of things. But I have heard rumors, and if you read any of the articles in Anishinaabe news that are coming out right now about Zikwaadan, January 26th, then you can kind of see some of the puzzle pieces that I've uncovered, some of the secrets that I've been told. So check out that article. Anishinaabe News is just like such an awesome like community like journalism like group. I don't know. I really love chatting with them. They're lovely. Okay, so I feel like I want to do like gray eyes, like kind of like sunken in circles. So maybe I do want to white the eyeballs. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, let's do this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Um, yeah, and then I want to come in with red blush after that. So, oh, here we go. I might leave some space under my eyebrows because I do like making my eyebrows even thicker than they are to kind of like adhere to some of our stereotypes about masculinity. Um, I like doing very like mixed drag. As in, I don't really need to pick a side here or there. Okay. Um, I did a little drag workshop not too long ago for this fabulous org called Miss Amir's, and one of the things I was talking about in that workshop was it's not like drag isn't really confined to this concept of gender, jester, well, Freudian slip, but more of like an exaggeration that you can express in a multitude of ways. And one of the examples that I was showing the people that attended was just like the bizarre categories of like ballroom, which is such a cool subculture of the queer community. Um, wow. Yeah, so drag isn't a new thing either. There's lots of like old terms that uh, talk about dressing a certain way in like people's traditional languages. I'm not like a language teacher or a knowledge keeper, so you'll have to uncover those truths yourself, but it's pretty and it's an old art. I love that I did the eyes. I look so terrifying now. I really feel like I'm embodying the colonial vibe now. It's awesome. I just want to. Okay, no, let's settle down. I don't want to go there. I'm not ready to feel that in my body. Right now, I just want to have a silly little time and talk about Zikwaadan, my upcoming show with some fabulous friends and fabulous performers. Um, it's really exciting to be able to showcase artists from the north just because um, I feel like we use a lot of alternative venues, a lot of small venues, we have small audiences, um, which, like, let's be honest, even the weird stuff in the city uh, could use more support as well. Um, But yeah, it's really exciting because we can all kind of live in our own bubbles and our own communities, and so it's really nice that we have this opportunity to actually share this and connect with each other. Find weirdos everywhere. Okay, so now that I've actually filled in my eyes and I put the setting powder on that too, I'm just gonna give it a minute to breathe, whatever that means, and take a little drink out of my Piss Queen jar. I hope that doesn't get me banned from um, YouTube, but that's okay. That's why we're here today, folks, to make sure that things I say won't get me banned off TikTok. Okay. Oh, wait, not TikTok, YouTube. But what a topical reference. I feel like everyone's been talking about TikTok lately, and I'm not going to, but I definitely think that there's certain things that are really cool about social media, like people from all over the world learning from each other, and then some things that are really nasty, like especially I think just like the addiction of it. Like I spend way too much time on my phone. I'm like actively trying to stop that now. It wasn't even one of my like resolutions. I think like one year I even had a resolution to use Facebook more, which I thought was really funny, but that was probably like in 2010 or something silly. Um, Before I was thinking about the horrors. Anyway, I really hope the sound quality is okay just because I'm not using my fancy mic today. I'm just using this built-in mic with the headset, so who knows? Who knows what I sound like? But yeah, normally I would go in with my wet palette and paint on a pretty harsh line. But it's Sunday and I'm feeling soft, so we're doing a softy Sunday, soft nose, and I'm taking my sweet time. I'm taking my sweet time because I've done so many like, hey, let's do clown minute makeup in 30 minutes, and that was fun and everything. But it's also fun to just chill and yap. I love listening to putting podcasts in the background just because I love to hear people yap. It reminds me of like hanging out at my grandma's house and my auntie's house. Back like pre-internet, they just like, I mean, they still do this, but it's like on FaceTime. They would like get home from work and just immediately plop down on the couch and call up someone on the phone, neighbor or relative, and start the goss, start the hot goss. Yeah, now it's all FaceTime and they talk so loud. It's so funny. I usually put highlighters on my nose, even when I do the harsh line, and I did not bring any of that over to my desk today, so too bad. Maybe I'll use some wet white paint later to do something, but I feel like I need a clean brush to um, I don't know why my like headset just turned off for a second. But what I was just saying was I'm gonna look for a um brush. I don't know. I don't have any. I don't have a lot of clean brushes here to maybe diffuse this this red out. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my brushes are so messy. So that's okay. We're dressing up like a colonizer. We're gonna be as messy as possible. Maybe I'll green screen out my face as a testament to revisionist history. This is kind of cool actually. There's lots of yellow left over on this and it's kind of blending for this like cool orange around my nose. Yeah, I kind of love it actually. Okay, cute. It's not perfect, but what clown makeup is supposed to be perfect? Am I right or am I right? um, yeah, I feel like I want to do just like that weird meme thing that I found. I wonder if I can find it. My mouse is so loud. This is like jostle, 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 jostle. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I found it immediately. I searched imagine this. See, imagine this coming off the boats. Okay, let me. I want to show it with you guys too, though. That's the thing. Um, and then I'll resume the get ready with me because this is my inspo pick, so you gotta respect that. Image. What are your makeup inspos? Do you do drag at home? Tell us in the chat. Yeah. Okay, I almost got it here. Um, I think I saved it to the desktop. Yeah, I did. It was so silly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be my inspo. So you know what I'm talking about. Except he doesn't have a red nose, and my red nose Is it kind to enable a violent colonial? I don't really think so. Well, people are always like, be kind to people. You don't know what struggles they could be facing. Imagine. It's not really an aesthetic shape. It's just like a giant blob. But that's okay. Okay, I want to make it bigger, but I also don't want to get it on this white wig. Because I feel like it comes out and it kind of goes like that a little bit. Like how those old guys have those like wisps at like the peak of their brow. And I want to lower the brows too also. I'm gonna just do that by making them thicker. Drag Kings, do you still raise your brows or do you also lower them? Let us know in the comment section. Um, yeah, this is kind of weird. Weird blobby shapes. I feel like that's suitable though. I feel like that's very suitable. Yeah. Okay, before I get any more hair or mustaches or lopsided strange things, I want to add my colonial blush because this colonial brush makes the whole look. It's like the weird like let's whiten our skin even more. What is that? It was that like a I can just sit inside all day and like not labor and that makes me so cool. Is that what it is? Anyway, so this is an interesting way to do blush. It's like from the bottom of the cheek. I'm gonna admit, like honestly, I'm new to makeup too, so can you tell? Huh? Um, I'm just gonna kind of guess what's happening here. Oh my god, I gotta move the mic one sec. Okay, so let me see. How's my sound doing? Because it cut out earlier too, so I want to make sure. Okay, it looks like I'm okay. I just put like a lot of pigment on the bottom of my cheeks, so now I'm gonna let blend it up because I feel like that's what's going on in this picture. This is my interpretation of it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sneeze. Am I gonna be able to mute this? Oh my god, I think that worked. Okay, you're welcome. Um, uh, uh, uh. Beautiful. Mm. I think I might need more pigment on that side. Mm. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I got lost looking for India. Mm-mm-mm. And then the devastation that began that would initiate a process that is now destroying our entire world. That can be banned from YouTube. Top 10 things that will get you banned from YouTube. Not this. Okay, so yeah, I still have way more pigment on the other cheek. And it's higher up, I think, with the lighter pigment. I think I'm like the Gen Z version of this dude who has like blush blindness because I kind of went overboard. But that is okay. I can whiten it all out again and again and again and again, and that is basically modernity. Okay, so what else do I want to add to this look? Oh, he has this big stupid mole. I want to add a big dumb mole so I can look as stupid as this guy. Um, and you know, I would have to like practice like weeks in heels to achieve what this man could. Um, okay. What am I doing? Oh yeah, big stupid ugly dumb mole on his dumb face. Okay. So he has it like here. And it's like weird big, I think, in the picture. So I'm gonna do a weird big one too. Y'all. Okay, except I'm cooler, so I'm gonna have a mustache. And it's gonna be as thin as I can make it. And I'm doing it like right on my lip line too, so I can also like use the mustache to like get rid of to help thin my lips. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm attempting to say. Okay, one. I'm gonna move this mic again. Wow, it's a little thick at the end on the one side, but that's okay. Okay, awesome. Amazing. I look so much cooler than this dumb guy already with this one addition. Um, yeah, okay, so, um, one of the things I think is really strange is like all the people who like hate drag so violently and aggressively, like, why do you hate freedom so much? I don't get it, because I feel like all these people care about is usually like my rights and my free speech. This is my free speech. Being able to make fun of colonials is how I exhibit my free speech. This is literally what it is. So, anyone, it's like, you know what? Zikwaadan is like, don't tread on me, but it's spit on it because it's stupid. So just spit on it. The show is happening next Sunday, so you can just hang out in your pajamas and you don't need to stunt in the club. But if you want to dress up and like tag some of the accounts that are involved in the show, um to show off your beautiful face, like duh, we'll reshare you for sure. Um but other than that, like whatever. Let me get a little sip from my piss queen jar. It legitimately says that. I just gotta tell you. And then the back says balls full of piss. It's one of the best Christmas gifts I've ever received, honestly. So, I think I not only achieved this look, but I did it better. The Gen Z colonials, way more aesthetic than the past colonials. And I have hashtag BLM in my profile, so anyway. I actually don't have any beef with any generations, honestly. Like, I feel like a lot of these fights are just like made up fights so that we don't go Luigi on people's asses. I mean, like, I actually love Gen Z so much. Gen Alpha, I've only met like uh, a couple 12-year-olds, and I don't know, I feel like gotta wait till they're all adults before I can make a more informed decision. But I feel like they're gonna work really hard, and maybe with all of us helping them and ourselves, we can get past some of these like huge world issues that we're facing in our time. Like, how do we live a decolonial life, and how can we give land back to protect the climate and environment from all this disasters that is happening? Um, But yeah, if you just want to come next week and be like a silly little guy, you can come to the YouTube live stream. Zikwaadan's gonna be super fun. Um, Clairvoyant, Olive Bogats, Mix Honeyquest, and Jet E Delica are all going to be amazing performances. There's going to be some live singing, and I will be your host, Miskwa, the Mad Clown, the colonial with blush blindness, and total Nepo baby will be your wonderful host, and my mole will be even bigger for the show. So, thanks for coming and hanging out while I put on some pretty simple yet elegant and gorgeous and perfect makeup, because who could possibly be better than me? Um, Tonight I'm gonna daydream about, or I'm gonna have dreams about stealing your land. Anyway, thank you so much for coming, and I hope you come to the actual show. We'll be making fun of like a lot of losers like this, and just having a good little time, and there might even be pizza, so come.